Hi everyone, and welcome to Ask Christa, the place where you can ask questions about how to work through business challenges and workplace issues. I'm Christa Dhimo, and I'm starting today's segment where the listener's question reminds me of when I was in high school and college as an undergrad, and even after I earned my MBA, my Master's in Business Administration. I still ask this question of myself, and that's how common it is. The listener question is, how can I feel less intimidated about business? The listener goes on to provide context. I'm a scientist, not a business person. I want to learn more about the business because I want to get more involved in creating science for patients, but I feel like I can never be a business person. It feels like a club I don't belong in, like everyone knows everything and it goes over my head. It's overwhelming to me. In the most simple terms, business is about generating interest from your potential customers and then fueling that interest so they buy your product or service. After that, it's about doing the work to continue that cycle and managing the process in such a way that you receive money when you're supposed to, pay your bills when you're supposed to, and have money left over to continue growing your business. That money left over, that's your profit. And the more profitable your business is, the easier it is to grow, develop, and expand your business for your clients. Again, I'm simplifying, but this is the gist of what business is about. And back when I taught graduate STEM students about business in highly complex industries, I used to always say, business is a process. That's all it is. The problem I see most people struggle with is a perception that business is hard, or that only a few people can be good at it. Business isn't hard though. Even if you aren't a naturally deep or critical thinker or a natural problem solver, there are roles you can have in business where you can feel satisfied with your work and understand business. You know what's hard about business? People. And business is about people, starting with your customer all the way through to your most difficult team member or your worst performer or a toxic boss. The better you are with people, and the better your people are with other people, the more success you and your organization will have. So you want to be good at business? Know how to be good with people. Then learn about what makes businesses successful. All businesses, no matter the size, industry, or customer. It really is that easy because believe it or not, everyone is a business person. I talk about this a lot. You don't have to go to business school to understand business. You see, most people think understanding business means financial modeling, spreadsheets, meetings, and speaking jargon. But if you've ever helped organize a fundraiser, managed your household budget, organized a party, made a side hustle work for you, streamlined a messy process at work or at home, encouraged someone to take a risk and supported them through it, you already know more about business than you think. But I realize it often feels like a club. The suits, the business speak, the cold offices, literally most of them are freezing. But business is not an elite club where you need special code words to be a part of it. Okay, some places are like that, and some still try to make it seem like only those born with business capabilities can do it well, but no, that's bunk. And these days you can see those kinds of cultures from a mile away. Don't buy into the notion that only certain people belong in business, though. That is what creates a feeling of intimidation, or at least perpetuates it. We're the ones who create feelings of being intimidated based on our experience of what has intimidated us. And yes, business definitely has its own language, and I don't mean the buzzwords. I mean the common language of business, such as the economics of supply and demand, market analytics, corporate communications, compliance across all functions, general and administration, profit and loss statements, or P&L, as they're sometimes called, throughput time. I can go on and on. But again, those can be learned. It's like baking or knitting or playing a musical instrument or reading. It can be learned. And the cool thing about business is that it can then also be immediately applied. By the way, you can find a lot of content online to help with those business basics, and I'll include some in the show notes. So resist the urge to label yourself as a non-business person, especially if you think you don't know or understand business. Nah, I'm an engineer. I'm not a business person. This listener, I'm a scientist. I'm not a business person. I'm in manufacturing. I'm not a business person. Why? Why aren't you a business person? This is how we reinforce the divide of who's a business person and who isn't a business person. And in my experience, there is no divide. In actual businesses, managers own their budgets, not finance. Managers hire and fire people, not HR. Managers bring their laptops to and from work. You don't have IT handing it to you when you walk in and taking it back when you walk out. What I've seen a lot of people do, those who don't want to think about business, are saying, I'm not a business person for whatever reason. Maybe they've bought into the Hollywood hoo-ha of business people being cold and unfeeling and highfalutin and greedy. But I've known scientists who are like that too. I've known leaders in higher education who are like that too. I've known the most unbusiness branded people be exactly like that. It's not business that makes people cold and unfeeling and highfalutin and greedy. They're already like that. They just happen to also be like that at work. But I assure you, it's role agnostic. You don't have to be a business person to behave that way. So break out of the feeling that you are excluded from the business club. Resist the urge to give in to that kind of thinking. There is no club. And if you feel there is one where you work, start your own club. The Business Scientist Club. I like the sound of that. Here's another myth buster. You also don't have to know all about business to be good at it or to understand it. MBAs know all about business. Well, these days there are concentrations to reduce the learning time, so some MBAs actually may not know all about business. They'll know a lot about a specific aspect of business, plus a few general items. But MBAs with general management degrees, like me, we learn about all aspects of a business rigorously, and we continue to learn for the rest of our lives. And I'm here to say, unless you intend to fix businesses and make them healthy, or start them up and lead them in an infancy through growth, there simply isn't a need to know everything about how a business runs. That's why you hire other people to round out the team. For your resources, I've included sites that offer free online courses from a variety of higher education institutes where you can go deeper in your learning as you wish. I also want to point out that for a nominal fee, you can subscribe to LinkedIn Career. That subscription, even if just for a month, allows you to take advantage of LinkedIn Learning, which offers an enormous digital or online learning library with excellent content to learn about business. You can sort by length of time, too. And a quick note about LinkedIn Learning. It started out as Linda Learning many years ago, many years ago. They partnered with LinkedIn as a pilot program for LinkedIn to offer professional development. And when that went pretty well, LinkedIn bought Linda Learning and it became LinkedIn Learning. It's important to know this because LinkedIn Learning was originally designed to be a professional development platform, and it shows. It's excellent. I make it a point to go into LinkedIn Learning to keep myself fresh and sharp on a variety of skills and workplace issues. And again, a 1-month subscription could offer high-level professional development learning about business for smaller costs than other online learning platforms. So if it's something you're interested in and you can responsibly make the investment short-term, check it out. Last, I included a short YouTube video from the Other Words series. That's Other Words. It's by Storied. It's about where office jargon comes from. And here's a hint. Military and sports. And at minute 4 and second 8, the host, Dr. Erica Brzozowski, a sociolinguist, talks about why some of the jargon prevails and how it can establish status within the workplace. And here's a surprise. It's not usually by those in leadership positions. And when I talk about status, I'm talking about that club, that feeling like you're excluded. Here are my final thoughts. To be successful at business, you need to know how to be good with people. Maybe it takes work for you to do that. You don't need to be good with people. You just need to know how to be good with people. After that, The biggest skill someone needs to get smart about business is what you need to get smart with anything. Curiosity, not confidence. It's curiosity. Curiosity will get you to learn, and the confidence will grow with the learning, especially when you realize, especially for business, it's not as distant from you as you assumed it to be, as you perpetuated it to be, like so many others do. Before I learned about business, I did it too. I'm first generation to get a 4-year degree. I never knew anything about business because I wasn't exposed to it. And I didn't know anyone who was in business positions. But I got curious. I learned. And I realized quickly, wow, I am a business person. And I love business. And I think you can feel that way too. Maybe you won't love it as much as I do, but I think you're going to find that you are, in fact, a business person. So this week, I encourage you to notice how much of your day-to-day life is built around business principles, how decisions are made, how people get on the same page or not, how you organize your home life, how you set goals and check to see if they're getting done. And if you're feeling bold and are presently working in a company, for profit or not for profit, starting asking questions like, how does our company make big decisions about the final budget? Where can I check the status of this year's company goals and our future bigger goals? What's the best way to learn about other departments? You will see how easy it is to learn about business, and that will ease your intimidation of it. All right, that's a wrap. Season 3 is underway. Remember to submit your question. Go to my show's website, askchrista.com. That's Christa with a CH. And click on the Submit a Question button. While you're there, follow my show, which is available wherever you listen to your podcasts, although it's also on YouTube under Ask Christa. While on my site, you can also sign up for my Sunday night newsletter called More Answers to prep you up for the work week. And you'll receive my Survivor's Guide to Business Challenges and Workplace Issues, too. Thank you. Your questions are fueling my show, and I appreciate your support. And remember, if you have a business challenge or workplace issue, ask Christa.